to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you.
What did you bring with you?
Okay, so this is, first of all, I thought you'd appreciate it. It's wrapped in a Burger Heaven bag.
Oh, dude, I remember
I don't think it's
Hamburger
around.
Heaven.
Oh, yeah, oh my God, it
We
was
used
so
to
good.
eat there all the time.
So when I first came to SNL in 2002, this book had just come out, live from New York, and I decided, they gave all of us on the cast, I'm sure you got one too. It's an awesome book that's like very good bathroom reading. Good reading anywhere, but I find it works in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's a great book.
But so what I decided to do is to get each host every week who came through to sign the book. So by the end of 8 years, I just had this amazing collection of signatures, and I brought it back with me so I could get the current cast to sign it while I'm here this week. So
wow,
it's crazy though. It's like there are 2 presidents in here and U2's in here, and like I'm sure you are in here. I actually wrote because a lot of people I couldn't figure out who it is. So this is my little graph of who's who. So let me see. Oh, I don't have my glasses. So
I can read it. I can read it for you.
Let's see. There's Bono right there.
Oh,
Barack Obama.
What?
Yeah.
This is a great book.
It's just amazing. And this is, it's so funny because
Paul Rudd?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
this is crazy.
Tom Brady and Robert De Niro. It's just Bootsy Collins. It's just this amazing collection of people from, just a bunch of different people. It's just so
Hanks?
It's one of my prized collections. And then Jason Sudeikis got this for me. We did this sketch called Potato Chip at SNL, and this was he had a playbill made up of it. So
is that Blake Lively? Who's in Potato Chip with you?
Yeah. Blake Lively and Sudeikis is back there. So
I love that he made it into a playbill.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Thank you for bringing this in. I appreciate this stuff.
Yeah.
I will say one of the coolest things that I really want to say I've experienced backstage. You showed me first thing I did when I walked in. You showed me a picture of your baby. You have a newborn baby.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful baby girl.
Little Zoe. Thank you.
Dude. Well, I mean, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, the NFTs was just a thing we said in the sketch.
Yeah, just a thing we said, not as a fake thing.
They are FTs.
They are FTs. Yeah. They are FTs, but I think it's a cool move because we've known each other for a long, long time now. But isn't it fun to go in? I go, how you doing, buddy? And we hug, and you're like, oh, I gotta show you my baby.
It's the best thing ever, and it's I'm so excited to be here hosting, but it's stressful. You're running around all over the place, and I'm an overthinker anyway, so I'm stressed out about everything. And then you go home and you're with that little baby, and it's just it's like everything just goes. Ooh, and
congrats on that. Congrats on your wife being married. Also, you were telling me that your family had to recently move stuff out of you had to move out of your house.
Yes. So this requires a teeny bit of backstory before I tell you what happened. So back when I was working at The Last Man on Earth, Kristen Schaal, who was my coworker, went on an alternative talk show to yours. You're not the only person on a talk show. And she had gone. Okay, I'll say it. It's Conan. She went on Conan's talk show. And
okay.
And she taught one of the things she brought up was the fact that we worked 2 blocks away from the biggest dildo manufacturer in the country. I think it's in the country or maybe the world. It's called Pipe Dreams. So Pipe Dreams sees this segment and they go like, oh my God, that's amazing. Thanks for bringing it up. Sends invitations to us to come and check out their dildo manufacturing operation. All our Last Man on Earth people. So like an HR nightmare, we all go over there.
You said yes?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. How do you say no to that?
This is an HR nightmare.
We all went over there, and then, sorry again, but then I went on Conan and told the story of the tour that we took of the place, and then they saw that, and they were like, oh, we gotta send these guys tons of dildos and different sex toys. So of course, another HR nightmare.
Yes.
All this stuff is sent to us. So, there were like dildos around our workplace for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a dildo person. And I got rid of all my things, but there was one thing that I had to keep because it was very, I found it cute. It's this like miniature water cooler, but instead of cool water. It's the sexual lubricant in there. So anyway, that's it, and it's cute, right? It's a cute little, and it's like this big, and I'm like, so that's the setup for that. So cut to 7 years later or whatever it is, and the Forte family is going through a mold problem. We had
mold in your house.
Toxic black mold.
Wow.
We had to get out, and so people come in and they because we had a baby, so it was like immediately get out. It's not take anything.
You don't
just
play
get
around.
out. So
Sure.
This company comes in. I'll say it, ServPro. They did a great job. They come in and they clean up all the mold, and they clean every individual item that you have and then box it up. And so they got through with that whole situation. Mold's gone. We go back into the place, and I got to go through all the boxes. So I'm looking through all these boxes, and they're very good. They label everything on the sides of the boxes, and it's books and files. It's a bunch of normal stuff. And then I come to this one box that was a little confusing because I couldn't figure it out. Yeah. And so this was
It
was
personal moisture.
And I was like, what is, I couldn't figure it out because I did, so I get it open and it's
Personal moisture.
the lube cooler.
Yes, the lube cooler, which is not the name of it. It should be the name of it.
And then I realized, I started going through more boxes, and there were from their how they labeled stuff, I realized I think they think I'm a creep. Or a weirdo, I don't know.
I don't know if we can zoom in, if we can see what this is.
Oh, that says Sony video camera, poop, fart.
Okay.
What is that? There's like an emoji. I had a poop emoji candle that somebody gave me, and then a bottle of fart spray, which is hard to describe. It's just fart in a can.
Yeah, fart in a can, yeah. It's
like
funny. It's a joke, yeah. But this one made me laugh. This one says,
glass, light bulbs, U-verse, pee container. I did know what that one was. Container for your medical. My wife had gotten me for that. That's a long story of that. You don't need to know it, but she did. I am the owner of a pee container.
Do you remember you got me a gift once? It was nice to pass the time. Do you remember you got me this?
I don't.
You got me a puzzle, and if I put the puzzle together, it was your butt.
Oh yes. A friend gave that to me as a gift, and then I re-gifted it to him because I was like.
But then you told me even after you gave it to me, like I was ever going to put it together, you said to me that it might be missing a piece. So I'd have to put it together to see which piece it's missing, and then call you. But I still have the puzzle somewhere.
You gotta do that.
I know.
We'll do it together.
Let's do it together.
Yeah,
Perfect.
next time we're locked in a freezer.
We're locked in a freezer. I want to talk about MacGruber. I want to talk about the MacGruber series on Peacock after the break. More of the Will Forte, everybody. Hey, hey.